It's your boy, Hash Info. We're doing a chill stream. If you guys want a shout out, you gotta be patient, polite, friendly, and be an awesome person. I'm only shouting out awesome people today, so if you're awesome, you're gonna know you're gonna get a shout out. All subscribers that subscribe on this episode will get a shout out tomorrow, right? So if you subscribe today, come back tomorrow, you're getting a shout out. That's no one's getting a shout out tomorrow. You are. All you gotta do is make sure you come back tomorrow, get a shout out. You know who else is getting a shout out? Your mom. Alright? Remember that. I'm a good guy. I'm a good man. I shout out all the hot ladies. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Alright, I have one more thing to do over here. Actually, I probably have two more things to do.
No, we should be down to this is the last thing. I could vacuum right now.
I guess I could vacuum. No, I'm gonna eat dinner. I'm gonna eat and I'll vacuum later.
Air in the house. Get all fresh and ready. It's not too shabby. Alright.
Now, soup is on. Make sure y'all hit that like, share the video, tell your friends about this station. Okay. So, we got a cup of tea. We're gonna have a half can of pineapple, scorching cup of tea, a warm hot bowl of soup. You know what that means, guys. Slurping the soup and loving it, right? I'm definitely going to try a round of the, we call it Star Trek here in Canada. In England, they call it possum wheels. And in America, We don't have a name for it. They're not very great in America. Oh, hell. The times have changed. Hey, folks? So, there's only a few days until the Canadian election here, about 10 days, no, less than 10 days. It's the 28th of April, I do believe. So, election is on April 28th. And there's no way Carney can win. Carney doesn't even have close to enough votes. The only people that don't want Pierre Poilievre to win are bankers. And the reason the world is in peril right now is because of bankers. The world tried to change, and JFK tried to start a bank in America. A bank for the people in the United States. And he wasn't getting as much praise. You know, there wasn't a lot of, oh wow, what a great idea. You know, they're talking about having increasing profits in Canada, right? They want the money to stay in Canada. Then why do we allow the biggest banks to do business in Canada where all the money never stays, right? If you know the term, it goes back a long, no, it hasn't been used for a long time because they don't want to talk about offshore accounts. They used to get in a lot of trouble in early 2000, 2008, 2010. There was a lot of offshore accounts that politicians in Canada, North America, Europe had, and it was all coming to light who was in charge of these offshore accounts, eh? How was this able to happen? Well, it was literally, it's called money laundering, right? When you embezzle, when you make more money than you state in a country and you take that money that you made and you put it in another country's bank and you made that money in Canada, but you're not paying the proper level of taxes and you're funneling it out, you're a criminal, right? And the only people that are doing that are people with huge connections in the banking industry. No one else. So it's by design. You go ask any poor person right now. Ask any poor person on your block, in your country right now. You don't know any billionaires or trillionaires. Ask any poor person how much money they have in an offshore account right now. Go ask them. The only people with money in offshore accounts are politicians and the people who are in charge of different agencies that are very, very, very hush-hush. And they made hand over fist profit. Since 2008, 2010, they needed to come up with another way to shore their money, right? And again, this goes back a long way back to the hush-hush people who were like, you guys, you can't keep, you said that we were safe. And they're like, yeah, well, so-and-so Ricky got a hold of it at the local paper and he's running a story on you guys right now. Well, you see what happens is Ricky at the local paper goes missing. The editor, the chief at that paper never funnels that story out because he gets a bank account overseas. You see what I'm doing here? Just a small one, only a couple milli. But he's now part of the problem. You understand? So when you understand that the system that is wanting you to vote for it so bad is exactly what they want, right? Like they need you to think that that you can make change like this so that they can do things to you next year that are not cool. You know what I mean? Just like 2020. A lot of you did stuff like sheeple. You're going to do it again next year if you're not careful, right? A lot of you went running out, rolled up your sleeves, and you definitely didn't win. But you rolled up your sleeves like you thought you knew what you were doing because an actor in a movie that you had watched last month or last year told you to do it, right? You guys got to be careful out there. There's a lot of people in your families, at your local police stations, doctors' offices. They're all in on it.